Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss some of the multiple choice type questions related to lasers. पहला प्रश्न है The ratio of populations of two states in a helium neon laser that produces light of wavelength 632.8 nanometer at 27 degrees Celsius is. Four options are given. So in this question we have to calculate the population ratio of two states. So we'll use the Boltzmann relation for the calculation of population for two states. If N2 is the population of upper state and N1 is the population of the ground state, then it is related to the temperature by the relation E2 minus E1 by T, KT. Okay, so E2 minus E1 can be calculated by 12,400 electron volt divided by lambda. So lambda is here 6328. So this will give E2 minus E1 in electron volt as 1.96 electron volt. Okay, so and KT at 26 degrees Celsius will be approximately equal to 0.025 electron volt. Okay, so after substituting these values in this expression, we will get N2 by N1 is equal to 1.1 into 10 to power minus 33. So the correct answer is option number A. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2 में पूछा गया है द वेवलेंथ ऑफ इमिशन इज 600 नैनोमीटर द कोफिशिएंट ऑफ स्पॉन्टेनियस इमिशन इज 10 पावर 6 पर सेकेंड डिटरमाइन द कोफिशिएंट फॉर द स्टिमुलेटेड इमिशन सो it is given that lambda is 600 nanometer and coefficient of spontaneous emission is 10 to power 6 per second. Now we have to calculate the coefficient of stimulated emission. The coefficient of stimulated emission is related to the coefficient of spontaneous emission by the relation A to 1 into C cube divided by 8 pi h nu cube. You can also write in terms of wavelength as A21 multiplied by lambda cube divided by 8 pi h. So if you substitute the value of lambda and h here and A21, you will get 1.3 into 10 to power 19 meter per kilogram. So the correct answer is option number A. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में पूछा गया है द लेंथ ऑफ ए लेजर ट्यूब इज 150 mm and the gain factor of the laser material is 0.0005 per centimeter. If one of the cavity mirrors reflects 100% of light that is incident on it, what is the required reflectance of other cavity mirror? So in this problem it is given that there is a cavity of length L is equal to 150 mm. Okay, and reflectivity at one side is 1 and the reflectivity at other side we have to calculate. So and it is also given that gain factor is 0.0005 per centimeter in this medium. So we can use the relation here. Threshold gain is related to 1 upon 2L ln 1 by R1 R2. So this is the relation between reflectivity and threshold gain. So threshold gain is given here, that is 0.005 per centimeter. L is also given 150 mm. R1 is also given 1. Only quantity that is unknown is R2. So after substituting these values and calculating for R2, we will get R2 is equal to 0.005 985. So the correct option is 98.5%. So option number B is correct. In question number 4, it is asked that at what temperature are the rates of spontaneous and stimulated emissions equal? So the ratio of the rates of stimulated emission to spontaneous emission is given by the relation 1 upon e to power h nu by kt minus 1. So here lambda is given 500 nanometer. If rates are equal, then this R value will be equal to 1. So we have the relation 1 into e to power h nu by kt minus 1. Since lambda is given, we can calculate nu by c by nu is equal to c by lambda. So after substituting it, we can find the value of t here. So t can be calculated using this expression. The calculated value of t will comes equal to 41,558 Kelvin. So the correct option is option number A. In question number 5, we have to determine the energy of a photon of a laser beam of wavelength 632.8 nanometer. So in this question, we have to calculate the energy of the photon. So energy of the photon E is related to the wavelength by the relation E is equal to Sc by lambda. Here H is equal to 6.63 into 10 to power minus 34 joule second, and C is 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second, and lambda is also given 632.8 into 10 to power minus 9 meter. Okay, so when we will substitute h, c and lambda in this expression, we will get E is equal to 3.143 joule. Okay, so the correct option is A. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 में दिया गया है कि कोई ऑर्डिनरी सोर्स है जिसका कोहेरेंस टाइम 10 टू पावर माइनस 10 सेकेंड है, और हमें इस क्वेश्चन में डिग्री ऑफ मोनोक्रोमेटिसिटी कैलकुलेट करना है फॉर द वेवलेंथ लैम्डा इक्वल टू 540 नैनोमीटर। तो सबसे पहले बताना चाहता हूँ कि मोनोक्रोमेटिसिटी इज डिफाइंड एज डेल्टा न्यू बाई न्यू, एंड so in order to calculate the degree of monochromaticity, we need to calculate delta nu and nu. So wavelength lambda is given 540 nanometers, so nu can be calculated as nu is equal to c by lambda. C is 3 into 10 to power 8 meter, and lambda is 540 into 10 to power minus 9 meter. So this can be written as 1 by 18 into 10 to power 16. Okay, now let's calculate delta nu. Delta nu is related to the coherence time by the relation 1 upon tau c. So if we will substitute, we will get 10 to power 10 second per second. Okay, so now substitute the value of delta nu and nu in the expression for degree of monochromaticity. Will get 18 into 10 to power 10 divided by 10 to power 16. So we'll get finally 0.00018. So the correct option is A. Next question is, a sodium atom radiates for the time 4 into 10 to the power minus 12 seconds. What is the coherence length of light from sodium lamp? So here I would like to let you know that coherence length is related to the radiation time by the relation C into delta T. Here delta T is the time up to which an atom radiates. So C is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and delta t is 4 into 10 to power minus 12 second. If you will solve it, you will get 14 into 10 to power minus 4 second. So it is equal to 1.2 mm. So the correct option is 1.2 mm. Next question is, calculate the coherence length for CO2 laser whose line width is 1 into 10 to power minus 5 nanometer at infrared emission of 10.6 micrometer. Four options are given. Option number A is 300 kilometer, option number B is 11.2 kilometer, option number C is 300 meter, and option number 4 is 11.2 meter. In this problem, we have to basically calculate the coherence length, and the given quantity is wavelength lambda, which is equal to 10.6 micrometer, and bandwidth is, line width is also given, it is 10 to power minus 5 nanometer. And we know that coherence length, so since we have to calculate coherence length and bandwidth is given, and the relation between coherence length and bandwidth is lambda square by delta lambda. Now substitute the value of lambda, 10.6 into 10.6. In terms of meter, it can be written as 10 to power minus 12 divided by 10 to power minus 5 into 10 to power minus 9 meter. Okay, so once you will solve it, you will get it is equal to 11.2 into 10 to power 3 meter. So the correct option is 11.2 kilometer. Question number 9 is, compute the coherence length of yellow light with 589.3 nanometer in 10 to power minus 12 second pulse duration. So it is given that lambda is equal to 589.3 nanometer and the pulse duration is 10 to power minus 12 second. So we have to calculate its coherence length. So coherence length is given by C into delta t, where delta t is the pulse duration. So the coherence length will be equal to 3 into 10 to power 8 meter per second, and delta t is 10 to power minus 12 second. So if you will solve it, you will get 0.3 mm. So the correct option is option number C. Next question is, relation between coherence length and bandwidth is. First option given is coherence length is equal to delta lambda by lambda square. Second option is coherence length is equal to lambda square by delta lambda. Third option is coherence length is equal to lambda by delta lambda, and the fourth option is none of these. So first we should know about coherence length. Coherence length is the length up to which a wave remains sinusoidal and its phase is predictable. Coherence length LC is related to the coherence time by the equation LC is equal to C delta T. Here delta T is the coherence time. And we also know that bandwidth is related to the coherence time by the relation delta nu is equal to 1 upon delta T. So the coherence length will be equal to C by delta nu. We also know that nu is equal to C by lambda. So delta nu can be written as minus C by lambda square into delta lambda. If you will substitute value of delta nu in the expression for coherence length, you will get C minus C by delta lambda into lambda square. So C will cancel to C. So the expression, if you ignore the negative sign, then expression for the coherence length will be equal to lambda square by delta lambda. So this is the relation between bandwidth and coherence length. So option number B is correct. Thank you for watching and listening this video.